Now from the home of the Dog Pound, EA Sports welcomes you to Huntington Bank Field here in downtown Cleveland, Ohio. But tonight we start Week 14 of the NFL season with a great Thursday night matchup, as it'll be the Cincinnati Bengals taking on the Cleveland Browns. Just about set for a start. Happy to have you with us, and we are underway here on Thursday Night Prime Time. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
The Browns take over first and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
So first and 10 now from the 30.
Ready.
On the ground, this is Quinshon Judkins. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down.
He's taken down at the 33-yard line. A 3-yard pickup brings up second and 7.
From the 33, here's a second and 7.
19 tight. Ready. 19 Tiger. 7 Pirates. Ready.
Throwing is Milton. That's complete. It's Jalen Noel. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 70th catch for him on the year. Like so many others, this goes for a first down.
First and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Ready.
Here's Milton now to throw. That's complete. He finds Jaden Reed. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling.
Browns first down. First and 10 at the 32-yard line.
Let's go.
On first down is Judkins. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it second and 4. The Browns at 4-8 now on the year. They were winners the last time out, so they'll be looking here to make it 2 in a row.
And when you and I watched tape prepared for this, what we saw was a team that competed hard, and they played well in all 3 phases of the game. And I think if they can carry that over to this week, they've got a really good chance to emerge victorious yet again.
It'll go as a gain of 4. And it'll leave them with 3rd and a full yard to go. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down.
Here we go. Set. 60 Eagles. Dragon 60. Ready.
Milton. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Leo Chanel. And the Bengals are going to take possession here at their own 16-yard line. Looking to put a drive together. They'll start on the ground here on first down. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. What they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. You look at this Browns defense. And this unit, very tough to throw against, currently 2nd best in the NFL.
And I think with as good as their coverage is, and they're also excellent tacklers, they try to keep things in front of them and either make the tackle or you have to run out of bounds because there's nowhere to go. They'll let them dink and dunk all day long.
And that nearly an interception here on this opening drive, but he gets a reprieve. It's third down.
And I think he was a little surprised to see the ball sitting out there like that. That's a ball he had a chance to come away with, but it winds up an incomplete pass.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. He's going to go for a big play downfield. Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked up by Denzel Ward. And the Browns are going to take over at their own 28-yard line.
Well, it's not the first time we've seen him give one up here during his rookie season. And in this case, zone coverage forced the mistake. He's made some strides week to week in how he's handling the different type of coverages that he's seeing. But clearly, there's some growing still to do.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. Remember last time out they threw the interception on their first drive. Good news, their defense backed them up, so it's still 0-0 here as they begin their second possession.
Yeah, one great way to judge a defense, how do they handle what we call sudden change? When all of a sudden, you know, it goes against their offense and they have to run out in the field and try and put out the fire. Give this one great kudos for getting out there and not letting that interception lead to points. Excellent job by them defensively.
2 yards to go, second down. Give up the middle, Jenkins. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
Here's Milton. And he'll throw this one away. I don't think he's out of the pocket. No, here comes the flag. We saw it, too. Nobody in the vicinity of that throw, and that earns him the penalty.
Yeah, you've got to at least get it close enough to one of your own guys in order to dodge the penalty.
They lose the yardage, and, of course, they also lose the down on the grounding call, and it's quickly second and long. To throw is Milton. This will complete to Jerry Jeudy. A nice pickup there, 19 yards. And they're set up better for third.
And brings up third down.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down.
79 Broncos. Mustang 19.
To throw, it's Milton. Now this aired out deep for Reed. This one incomplete. Almost picked off by the rookie, but he couldn't quite look it in. And now it's fourth down. Here's Corey Bojorquez now. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. And not what he was hoping for there, as this will hit in the end zone for a touchback. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. They're riding a 2-game winning streak into this Thursday nighter. How easy is it when you're on a roll to stay on a roll given the quick turnaround?
Well, you would think it'd be pretty easy because everyone's locked in practice and meetings because everyone feels good about themselves. And for coaches, this is where they have to tell themselves, don't add too much. Don't worry about game plans as much as players. So look at your play sheet and think, give it to the guys who play best, and don't worry about the rest of it.
Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away. And this pass defense, they were sensational in the win last week, and they're looking good here so far in this first quarter.
You know, we often talk about how offenses get locked in, and that runs over multiple games where they're really, you know, in that zone. Defenses can be the exact same way, and I think we're seeing an example of it here.
He'll try and do this himself. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is going to have a Bengals first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Now that's all about making something happen as a quarterback, because instead of forcing something on third down, how about him buying some time outside of the pocket, waiting for someone to come open, and when he did, he put it on him for a big play and a first down.
These two teams met in Cincinnati earlier in the year with the Bengals coming out on top. So they'll be looking for the win here in Cleveland to complete the season sweep. Second down at 6 now from the 42. And they'll send the tight end in motion here. And here's a handoff out of the gun. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. No score after 1 on EA Sports. Two first downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10. They'll look to throw here. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Nice progress down the field was halted by that incompletion. They could try for some safe yards here to get things moving again, or keep throwing it and pushing it downfield to try and pick up bigger yardage.
Here's 2nd and 10. He'll look to throw. Throw right side, pulled in by Higgins. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 25-yard line. That throw right on the money from the quarterback from Michigan. It's a first down.
A gain of 27 on the play. First down.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
26-yard line.
They'll set up to throw. And he's got it. Touchdown, Bengals. T. Higgins, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Bengals post the first points of the ball game as they take the lead here in this second quarter. And now before we get to the extra point, remember all touchdowns do have to be confirmed by the replay official. So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
The Browns take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. They'll be looking to match that touchdown from a moment ago. 7-0 is the score as they begin with a first down. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
As a corner, you have to be able to run with guys step for step downfield in man coverage and make up ground quickly in zone. You have to put yourself in position to make plays, just like that one we saw there.
Here we go. Cowboy 80.
Now Milton. He gets this into the hands of Judkins. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. That's good for a Cleveland first down, an 11-yard pickup.
One of my old teammates called me the other day when he was watching the game. He's like, man, trying to watch an NFL game and trying to account for their passing game, that's difficult. And just when you think you get everything covered, here comes a back out of the backfield. In this case, he picks up the first down.
And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. 10 more there and another first down.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. Now a play fake here on first down. Looking left side, and it's complete. And he will go out right near the 35-yard line. They go right back to him for 20 and a first.
What an intelligent play as he found open grass and uncovered quickly. A nice clutch play to move the chains. The defense, they've got to do a much better job of accounting for these shorter routes.
Ready, set.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They'll look to throw again. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And that's going to be caught for a Browns touchdown. A great play there. 34 yards. And the Browns are within an extra point of tying up this ball game. Will Lutz on for the point after. It's up and good, and we're tied at 7 here in quarter number 2. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. The Bengals drive about to get going. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
He released that awkwardly. It almost looked like a pitcher who gripped his fastball a little too hard and let it go late, and it bounced in front of the plate.
Yeah, one of those fastballs that ends up at 57 feet, not 60 feet, 6 inches. Just a little short with the arm, which is unusual because we saw him in warm-ups. He's got a big, strong arm, and he delivers it with confidence.
And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. An unfortunate time for the penalty there. That cancels out a positive play from this offense.
Well, not to sound too trite or too accepting, but you and I both know it happens. You got to accept it and move on. Yardage, you got to get back. Focus on the next play and move on.
And he'll take this forward for 2, maybe 3. But we do have a flag down, and they're already marching backward. Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. He'll drop to throw. Open man is a tight end, Mason Taylor. If they didn't have that penalty a moment ago, it'd be a first down. Still a nice 13-yard pickup. So here's a 3rd and 14. Looking to throw. And the Browns pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. It'll be a loss of 8 on the sack, and it's going to lead him to 4th down. The Bengals bring out their punter now. Back deep to return is K.J. Hamler. It's fielded at the 45. A 40-yard punt, no return. And the Browns will take over 1st and 10. The Cleveland offense ready to go. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due, because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
And because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up third down.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
Out of the gun now on third down. And that is incomplete. Oh, he did everything but hold on to it. But a nice play defensively, and now it brings up fourth down. Here's Corey Bojorquez to punt this thing away. Now Brown. A good head-down running on the return. Gets about 15 yards. And the Bengals will take over here, 1st and 10. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
Here we go on 2nd and 12. Short throw. He's got Kraft.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. All knotted up at 7. They need 2. Here's 3rd down. Hands it off out of the gun. And he will have a 1st down here at about the 40.
I think I saw a lot of shoulders just drop there. And what I mean by that is they finally were able to relax a little bit, because that was an important play call. They needed to pick up that 1st down at this stage of the game.
Yeah, couldn't afford another quick drive and out. Back to throw now on 1st down. Short throw. He's got Kraft. Look at the big man rumble. And finally wrestled down at the 11. A big play there on the catch and run. 48 yards.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal.
And he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. The defense showing some anger after giving up the big play. This time they'll lose 1 or 2. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts. As the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
The last two plays each lose a yard. They'll try to move forward here on 3rd and 12. They'll set up a throw. Now they go screen. It's complete. The Browns will quickly use their 3rd and final timeout. So as they talk it over, we step aside. So on 4th down, on is Evan McPherson and the Bengal field goal unit. From the right hash, just a 34-yard attempt. McPherson's kick is good. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
First and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. A slim deficit here in a one-possession game. Not much time left, obviously. We'll see if they can march this down the field, at least get 3 and take some momentum into the locker room. And that is incomplete.
And they're not going to go quietly into this halftime break. They know they're in for a fight, so they're trying to make every possession count. They took the big shot there, but it winds up incomplete.
2nd and 10.
Ready? Crack all 80.
They'll keep it on the ground again here. And he'll just keep 2 hands on the football as he'll be taken down after a short pickup. Now a 3rd and 6.
It's a gain of 4. Brings up 3rd and 6.
Ready?
He finds his man, complete. It's Ferguson. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down.
Okay, ready?
First down. 1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Cowboy 80. Cup 19. Cup 19.
Looking to throw. Milton. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Daxton Hill puts it off. And he will be out of bounds with no time remaining on what will be the final action of this first half. A good, tight football game thus far. 10-7 the score as we resume action on EA Sports. And that is over the back line of the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll bring this out to the 30. The Bengals drive about to get going. Hey, Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more, because I thought in the first half they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
Now they show jet sweep, but instead a run up the middle here. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. Now they'll change things up. On 3rd down, they're going to run for it here. And passes down the right side. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. A great effort there. His 16th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Bengals come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the third quarter. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return.
At their own 31-yard line.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. They make their second half debut here, and things are looking a little bit tougher now. You give up the points there, Charles, that touchdown drive on the other side. So now it's a two-score game here. Got to be careful.
They certainly do, and I'm just wondering at halftime if those guys just looked into each other's eyes and realize what they've got to get done and come out a little bit more charged up, because if they don't get some kind of points here, that next drive, that can make this a three-possession game.
Second down and 4. An inside run with Jenkins. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
That's a nice run right there, able to get to the outside. And so many times defenses say, okay, we've got you hemmed in. But if you're running the football, at least you know where everyone is coming from. You don't have to worry about the backside at all. That allows you to run with a little bit more confidence as you traverse down the field.
And he ran right through one tackle as he fights forward for a gain of 7.
Getting had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. And his throw is going to be incomplete.
Well, they certainly aren't letting up today, partner, because they've forced big turnovers already, and it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down.
Ready.
They'll try and run here with Jenkins. That is not going to be any help as they dump him behind the line of scrimmage. Now, how about this? They'll change it at the line.
18, 5 here.
They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. And it's going to be batted down, and will go the other way with the football. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Bengals are going to get it back in terrific field position. In motion, the tight end. On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
At the 45-yard line.
Back to throw. Now he'll tuck this and run. This one caught downfield by Higgins. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out.
That's good for Bengals. First down. 1st and 10 at the 23-yard line.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Part of the thinking when you bring in extra tight ends, you're hoping that each of your guys gets those one-on-one blocks and creates a crease for your runner. You know what the converse is, though? You've got to win those one-on-one blocks, and when you don't, that's the result you end up with.
2nd and 11. And that's going to be caught. T. Higgins. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. T. Higgins with his second TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Bengals add 6 to their lead. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
Damn, I miss you, Chester. Sending love from my bass compressor. Ground control with a soul like Bowie.
The Browns drive about to get started. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack. Throwing is Milton. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Daxton Hill picks it off. Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December, right? It is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake, after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he threw.
Strong run, but still wrangled before reaching the 20. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find the hole.
Able to find his man, Kraft. He's up to 87 yards receiving now, and it's a 1st down. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And he's going to work this one down to about the 5. 101 yards rushing for him here as he starts to close in now on 1,200 yards for the season. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. A great play there, with now his 2nd touchdown of this 3rd quarter. And the Bengals get another 3rd quarter touchdown to add on to that lead. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And the lead is now 24. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
Jackson on the return. The Browns take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Okay,
the
ready?
Cleveland offense ready to go. Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
And every game that's ever been played, all coaches talk about taking care of the football and limiting turnovers. And in this one, after we saw that first turnover, we worried that things would snowball, and it certainly did, especially on the scoreboard.
Gravity Lions. Ready?
Once again, Judkins. Another 6-yard carry, same as last play. 1st down.
But partner, if the defense isn't going to adjust and they keep giving them those 5, 6, 7-yard runs over and over, they're likely to run it the whole way to the end zone. They'll be more than happy to take the yardage available and save some of their other plays in the playbook for another time.
4th quarter coming up here on Thursday Night Prime Time. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Here we go. Set.
They'll run from the gun. It's Jenkins. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42.
Well, I think after that run, the defense getting back in the huddle and looking at each other and maybe starting to question their confidence a bit. They gave up a significant run, 6 yards, and now you're saying to yourself, how do we stop them, and do I have enough confidence to make a play?
And he'll push his way up to about the 44 here. He'll get 2 on the keeper, but it becomes now a 3rd down.
Well, that's all about doing the dirty work right there defensively. 2nd and short yardage, that's all about plugging those gaps, not giving a running back a crease to run through, and has a nice job to hold him just a couple and force a 3rd down.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, just 1 for 5 to this point. Here it's 3rd and 2.
60.
Jenkins going to run it out of the gun. And they needed 2. They could only get 1. 4th down. This late in the game, Charles, I think you maybe seriously have to think about going for it.
Especially where they are in terms of field position, because this is almost like no man's land. Might hurt your punter because there might not be enough space, maybe too far for your field goal kicker. I'm like the old rule. Possession is 9/10 of the law. Possession is 9/10 of winning the game. Go for it. Get the 1st down. Close it out.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th.
Well, give them credit. They're going to stay and fight this out to the end. 4th down, you've got to go for it. And they not only convert, but pick up some good yardage as well.
Got it. Ready?
So this offense able to convert on 4th, and now a fresh set of downs here. 1st and 10.
76.
On the handoff, this is Jenkins. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. Defense doing their job, really nowhere to run the football.
Yeah, it's almost textbook, wasn't it? Every place he tried to find an open spot, there just wasn't one. Congrats to the defense, no gain.
Call fitting your gaps, right?
I love it. You're exactly right.
And same result. He's going to take this just to the line of scrimmage before running into a brick wall. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
I think this offense, specifically this running game, they're going to have to find a way to turn the page because they haven't found a way to run it effectively thus far, and it's cost them.
Get it. 19. Chuck.
So we get a traffic there, and that's complete. And he's got another 1st down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals 14. With that catch, he goes over 100 yards receiving on the night. There's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. They'll give it to Jenkins. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down. From the 9, 2nd and 5.
Bronco 80.
They'll stay on the ground with Jenkins. And the Browns are going to be set up with a 1st and goal as good running gets him down to about the 4-yard line.
I know flashy plays, splashy plays, as people like to call them, that attracts a lot of attention. But let's face it, when you're efficient, that can control a ball game. And I love the game plan they've got going right now.
Back-to-back 5-yard gains. Didn't force the ball downfield. Picked it up on the ground.
Yeah, okay, offensive line, they're getting it done.
Jenkins will get about halfway there as he takes this from the 4 down to the 2. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. Trying to hammer it in with Jenkins. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Quinshon Jenkins taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Browns are able to cut into that deficit.
Well, he'd been the workhorse on this drive, and it would have been unfair to bring someone else in to finish the job. So they go back to him again, and he delivers with a touchdown run.
The Browns will line up for the
60
two-point
Bison,
conversion.
60 Bison.
And unable to connect. They don't get the two-point conversion here.
Browns 13.
So it would no doubt be a miracle comeback from here, but let's see what they can do starting with the onside kick. And this is going to be recovered by the Bengals hands team. And they're going to hang on and win this game. The risk reward of the onside kick, when you don't get it, the risk comes out to play, and here they gave up great field position.
And that's the key to everything, because you're trying your best to press advantages when you have them, and field position leads you to that type of play calling, and whether you want to blitz or whether you want to throw the ball deep, those types of things. Now that they've given up that type of field position, the advantage is switched to their opponent.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. Now it looks like he'll throw here. Now he's going to step up and run. And he wisely will throw that one away. They're still throwing the football here. Now, obviously, the incompletion stops the clock. That's a bad thing.
Feels to me like they're just keeping them honest on defense, because you know they're going to stack the line of scrimmage and try and stop any type of a running play. Short little passes may work in exchange of running plays. Keep the clock moving, keep them moving.
I guess you're right. If they can get some first downs, just as good as running the football. Now a 2nd and 10. Now a handoff as they run left side. And he was able to shed one tackle but could not get away from there. The Bengals going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this 4th quarter of play. Here's 3rd and 9. Now back to throw. Now he'll tuck this and run. And that's caught inside the 30. Now the Bengals going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 26-yard line.
Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. That'll be incomplete with 9 seconds now showing on the clock.
They're certainly not letting up on the pressure in this one, and oftentimes you hear this expression, all gas, no break from defenses. But in this case, it's the offense still throwing the football up big in the 4th quarter.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. Over the middle, that's caught by Chase. And they're going to have another 1st down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns 16. Well, this was a very close